Welcome to another Mystic Dude Outrider video. Today I'm just going to be updating you on where we are with the Technomancer. As far as my build goes, I am not going to get into all the shit show that's going on over the disconnects, the Unreal Engine crashes to desktop, reboots, the inventory wipes and everything else. There's enough content on YouTube done about that. So I think we'll just talk about something pertaining to the actual game. So this is where I am with my character. I'm currently at tier 13 I think, which we'll see in a minute. And I'm currently at CT 12. CT is challenge tier, if anybody wonder what that is. So that's where I am. I haven't maxed out the world tier yet, and I haven't maxed out the CT. So I'm just going to show you a couple of items I've got in my stash because I've emptied everything because of the wipes to try and protect it. I really need to put these on my alts. So them at legendaries that I've got as far as guns go, I've got a couple of helmets, although I haven't really got any much on the tier side. I have got a class piece there, Borealis Monarch. I really like that, but I want to get the 3 pieces before I work a build out on it. And then I've just saved a few pieces with decent rolls on in case I need them. A couple of set bonus there, as you can see. That's the melee one. I'm not happy with that. Oh, I don't want it. That's a Technomancer set, but it's Tool of Destruction. I'm not a big fan of that. I might end up using it. We'll see how they go. And that's about it for me pieces in my stash. So what I'm running at the moment, and I've not upgraded anymore because it cost a fortune to upgrade. So we'll just have a quick look at what I'm running. So I've got the legendary pistol, really good pistol. You can have a load of fun with that. Might the enemies up, reload. It blows the enemies up. It's a bit like one of the guns, the Ravenous, sort of reminds me of in Division 2. And the Dilemma build with the marking up. But anyway, that's the main gun I've been using. I've got that up to level 47. Now the singularity on it is fantastic. As you can see there, it does 242k damage at this level, really good. And I'm a big fan of Winter Blast. As I've modded Winter Blast onto that, it gives me the opportunity to leave singularity on and swap Winter Blast out should I need something more defensive, a bit more attacking. My other weapon is a Thunderbird. Nice assault rifle, nice DPS rifle. It's got the Storm Whip on, which is doing 20k damage, and Killing Spree, which is the fans' favourite at the moment. Seems to be on all meta builds. Killing shots increase damage by 25% for this weapon for 20 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 kills. On my gears, so I'm running the skills, the Blighted Turret, the Blighted Rounds, and the Cold Snap. So on my gears, that sort of reflects that. I've got Ice Component, that changes my Blighted Turret from a Toxic to a Freeze. As I'll be using Blighted bullets anyway, I'll still get the Toxic effect. As you can see as well, just meant to mention it. Killing enemies with Toxic on them instantly replenish 40% of my ammo. Now they have nerfed this, as we know. They've done a nerf on the bullet builds. The way around this is there's 2 mods that you can get, that you can put on for bleed. So basically, if you put a bleed on and then kill an enemy with bleed, it replenishes 50% of your ammo, and you can work them together with Toxic if you're struggling. On the chest piece, I need to replace this, but it's not too bad. It's got a bit of a defensive on it, and need to change that out. And I've got Blighted Rounds. That's been nerfed from 30%, I think it was 30, down to 15, but it still gives you critical damage. On pants, I've got blighted rounds. That gives me an additional magazine for my blighted rounds. Should I lose it and have to do a reload, I've still got blighted rounds for another magazine. That's got a defensive talent on it, mitigation from death. It's probably not the best talent. I'm going to try Golem Armor, see if that's any better. On that one, that gives me 30% extra bullets in my magazine when I kill an enemy with the blighted rounds active. And as you can see as well, because they're toxic, I've got 15% damage against toxic enemies. And on this, I've got Cold Snap. This one removes status effects such as poison, fire from you immediately. It is a long cooldown. It's not as good as Healing Wave, which is that one, Fixing Wave. That's got a shorter cooldown. But because I'm running sort of freeze build, my Cold Snap just goes with it. And then as you can see, I've got freezing boost underneath, which gives me 15% damage against freeze. I'm not sure whether that 15% is multiplicative or additional to the toxic. I need to test it a bit more. But that's where I am with the build. And now you need to see some enemies to see how it works, and I'll just be right back. I'll just get myself into a fight.
What the fuck?
Right, so to demonstrate the build, here we are at the dunes. This is the farm run that everybody does, so just set your story point to the dunes, take the second option, and then you can just keep rinsing and repeat. So it's probably not the best one to show you how this build works, but so what we're going to do, we're just going to run in, activate the blighted bullets, and then kill the boss. Then I'm going to hit my Cold Snap. That's the anomaly that you saw there. Just freeze them all. I've not used my turret yet. I'm going to show you that now. Just put that out to defend myself. See that? I'm trying to get some enemies near this. So what you do, you shoot that anomaly, or you can let it just time out. It will explode in the air. You can see one there. Boom. If you explode that near the enemies, you'll get the damage. That's relevant to your level. You can see my turret there freezing them. And you can see the anomaly exploding there, killing that other enemy. And the turret's got a short cooldown, so you can just keep throwing it out to protect yourself. You can see it'll freeze that enemy now. You can go in, you can rally him, dance with him, do whatever. That's basically how the build works. So I haven't been maxed it yet. As you saw, I've not maxed tiers, but a couple of people asked me to basically show a quick instruction on it. I'll show you what I've got on my class. You want to play around with these and see what's best. So I think these two are important. Exposing Toxin, it puts vulnerable on an enemy, and then that makes it 40% more effective. Vulnerable basically makes them take more damage. Yeah. The other choice I've got up there is Assault Master, because I'm using assault rifle and light machine gun. If you change your weapons, so you're using a rifle, you know, just maybe change one of these and take that off, save your points. Now down here I've took Fletcher because I'm using the freeze. If you're not using the freeze, then what you could do is take extra armor or take extra resistance, or you could use the 2 points for these for long range. Just to explain what the distance is on long range and short and close range is it's 18 meters for long range and 10 meters for close range. So if you reduce the long range, obviously you're going to constantly be hitting damage, which I'll explain going back to my inventory now. So we talked about the talents of the mods on them. Now we're going to talk about the stats. So it's hard as a new player to understand what sort of god rolls. So what I've looked for on these is bonus firepower, like that one, long range and close range. Now if you reduce that long range distance in your class tree up here, you're going to constantly be getting more or less that bonus damage. So bonus firepower, close range and long range will serve you well. Then after that, you just have to decide what's best for you, whether your play style, whether you're favouring your skills more, or whether you need a bit more healing, you know. And I'll bring my stats up, then you can just have a look at them, where we currently stand at the moment. So there's not a lot of crit chance in this game. I have heard there's a mod. I haven't found it yet. I meant to look for that today. But that gives you another 15%. So crit chance is low, but if you get the headshots, they nearly all, I think they're, I don't know if it's 100% headshots are crits. So the crit damage is a bit low there. I don't know why. I did have it at 100%, over 100% yesterday. So then where I stand on my close and long range, and I have absolutely no resistance and no health regen and no healing receive bonus. So that, you know, again, depending on your play style, you can favour them. Also about play style, just mention the trees. The pestilence tree here, which is more or less the top row, that favours a DPS style. If we look at the tech shaman, the middle one, you'll see that, as in the name, it gives you a bit more armor, this one, and it gives you a lot of defense. You can see elf, armor, freeze for CCs, weapon leech, armor again, and you also get a res on it. So that's a really defensive center tree, but you will lose a bit of damage. The bottom tree, if we look what's on that, we can see that we've got, again, different skills on the on these. So if you look, you've got ordnance, decays, gadgets. So, and each tree has different ones on. So that this one has ordnance, and this bottom tree tends to be more of a skill tree and a toxic tree. You'll see that you've got some toxic wherever it is. There we go. You've got increased toxic damage there, and you've got one there. So play around with them, see what you like. I did use the middle tree while leveling. It was just so easy. You feel unkillable sometimes, but I've started playing around with the top tree a bit more, just as I'm going through the challenge trees on expeditions, because they've reduced the time on them. You know, I haven't got time to play these bottom trees. They've basically taken them away from me because they've reduced the time on them. You've got to get them through as quick as possible. So it's took diversity away and just made everybody into rampaging DPS monsters chasing them gold times. But that's where we are with it. As you can see, I haven't played Devastator yet, Trickster or Pyromancer. I'm on 0% for them. 76% on them. As you can see, I've not used the shrapnel or the minigun a lot. So I don't think there's anything else we need to mention on Technomancer. If you've got any questions, tips, comments, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'm still learning the game, still learning the class myself. So I'd be interested to hear how you're playing it. I know there's lots of content creators smashing out world tier 15 and content challenge tier 15 in ridiculous times, but you know, I haven't got time to play 24 hours a day like them guys, and min-max like they have. But yeah, if you're playing Technomancer, let me know how you're enjoying it. Let me know what kind of build you're running with. Let me know what your favourite pieces are, what your favourite legendaries are, what your favourite skills are. Are you like me, loving the freeze? Or are you just all toxic? Do you love the bleed? The bleed's good. You know, or are you going for status effects like vulnerable and weakness? You know, hit me up in the comments below. Feel free to leave a like and a sub. But for now, Mystic Dude out.